I'm going to be talking about how I went from my natural physique to this physique in 9 months. I'm also going to be talking about my journeys, what I looked like when I was younger, how I achieved my natural physique, why I decided to start taking enhancements, how I felt, and overall, all the information about my bodybuilding journey and where we're fucking going, man. It's gonna be insane!
I'm gonna be Mr. Olympia one day, bro.
My main dream is to be on that Olympia stage one day. One of the main goals when I started my bodybuilding journey was to be as transparent as possible about everything that I'm doing. So that way, as I continue to progress, whether things are good or bad, people can understand what it takes, what you need to do, and all the factors that are involved in trying to become great in bodybuilding. I never cared much about sharing about my personal decisions. Okay, I made the decisions that I decided I wanted to make, and I'm going to rock with them. I'm not going to be ashamed of them. I'm not going to hide them. I'm going to be as open and honest about them as possible. That way you guys have somebody that's been honest since the very beginning of his journey as I chase after my dream. So that's why I decided that throughout my entire bodybuilding journey, I'm going to be as transparent as possible of what I'm taking, so that way you guys have realistic standards for yourself. So basically let's go through all the photos when I was younger to show you what I looked like when I was like 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we'll talk about the natural bodybuilding show and then the cycle, exactly what I ran and the transformation from natty to not. Keep in mind during all of these that soccer was my main sport. So this is all just me hitting the vertical bench press and playing soccer. This is not like a dedicated bodybuilding physique. So here I am, 15 years old, it's my sister. As you can see, man, this is, 2-ish years into me hitting bench press every single day. I was like, dude, I'm fucking yoked. I'm yoked. That was huge. That's why I'm wearing the tank top, bro, because it was summer. I'm like, dog, I gotta show off these freaking cannon arms. But anyways, I just turned 15 years old here. My sister was like, yeah, you look yoked. Take a picture. So this is like one of the only pictures I have when I was 15. Here I am in Hawaii looking kind of jacked, Like, I thought I was the fucking shit, I'm not gonna lie. 16 years old. I didn't find any pictures, but I found some of me doing some stuff. Yeah. Look how fucking sick this is. First fucking backflip, dude. That was the moment when I literally learned to backflip right there. Okay? And then I freaking did backflips forever. It was sick. That same day, I learned to backflip off of that. Then bam, right after, check this out. See that? That's literally right when I learned how to freaking backflip that day. Kind of insane. But that was the physique at freaking 16. And the freaking time I learned how to fucking backflip because I was sick as shit. I was dope. This is right after I turned 17 years old. Now, at this point, I'm starting to lift a little bit more. I hit bench press a couple times a week, no legs, we're just doing chest and arms. Swear. I literally bench press maxed once a week. This is right when I joined football and I transitioned from soccer to freaking football, man. And that was kind of when things changed for me lifting wise. So this is what I look like playing soccer, man. I know it doesn't look like it, but I was literally like 190 pounds to almost 200. Another one, some Snapchat vids, bro. I always thought I was jacked. Any chance to take off my shirt, but he's taking a video of me. I was like, yeah, I'm so jacked. So jacked. Okay, so this is when I was 18 years old. And good old Snapchat photo from my buddy. I was like, dude, this lighting's hidden, take a pic. Obviously, he said I look massive, so yeah, I do look massive. At this point, this is kind of when I was like, okay, I am into lifting now. I became obsessed with lifting and not bodybuilding. I just became obsessed with lifting. It was just so much fun. I feel like this was like prime before gym was popular, man. I just love freaking lifting. That's when I started to get like, let's get jacked. Now keep in mind, after 17 years old until I was 22 years old, I played football. So all of my lifts, although I would hit bench and all the stuff, they're a little bit more compound focused and a little bit more football oriented. A lot more squats. I started to do power cleans. I started to do a little more athletic workouts. Here is another photo from when I was 18, and as you can see, I hit the glutes hella hard. And I started squatting like crazy, and this is what we achieved. Pretty freaking insane if you ask me. It's looks like my first photo that I actually took of my back. Barely hit back, but here we are. That is the shape of the back looked like at 18. So that was not too bad, not too bad. Okay, this is the 19-year-old range. This is when I started taking lifting very seriously. I was hitting all the fucking lifts. I was finding the lighting to take cool gym videos. Focus on the arms a lot. I just loved hitting arms, man. So I don't know. Arms, chest, definitely not enough legs, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I have these arms, man. And for some reason I have shoulder striations, which was like kind of like what's going on? Probably pretty just insane lighting, but dude. 19 was like my prime age when I was like, oh, I'm gonna get fucking huge. 19, I had a lot of good photos. I was locked in on taking the photos, man. This is when I was getting these like crazy striation videos of showing off my freaking arms. 20 years old, I was really locked in on trying to be a football player. It's kind of hilarious. But 20 years old, yes, the physique maintained, but it wasn't ideally I wanted it to be. 21 years old, first lifting mistakes when I was natural. I wanted to get huge. I need to get huge. Like, I just want to get big. This is when I got a little bit fluffy. This is when I really saw like the extra body fat percentage that I didn't really need. So I was 230 pounds. As you can see here, I was like, all right, I'm committed to the bulk. And this was a terrible idea. I committed to the bulk when I was already at a high body fat percentage, and I literally just became bigger, but just a higher body fat percentage. Like, I don't know what I was doing here, man. Look at this. Look at this. I went on that bulk, and here I am at 240. And dude, here's the problem. Is that I thought I was a cool 12%. Trying to angle max and make sure I don't look like I was fat, you know? After I got to 240 pounds, I ended up quitting football. One thing about football is that I realized is that I wasn't in love with football. I just played football because I was jacked. And up until this point, I lifted for so long and I was so big, I decided I wanted to do a natural show. This is it. This is when I actually feel like I fell in love with bodybuilding. Now we're gonna get into the prep for the natural show. This is everything. This is when everything changed for me and I fell in love with bodybuilding and decided I wanna become Mr. O one day. This cut right here, okay, from 240 pounds. Let me show you. For a couple of months of committing to bodybuilding and the cut, here's what I look like. 2 months into me starting to cut and not eating like a fat fuck, lost a significant amount of body fat and started to show my freaking shape. This is that photo where I remember doing this, bro. I remember taking this photo with my coach and I was like, oh shit, dude. Like, this is crazy. Here's some more photos from that same day when I was in a posing room getting those posing shots in. Doing that cut for the first time was really life-changing because that is what made me fall in love with bodybuilding, and that's what made me go down this enhanced route and want to become Mr. Olympia one day. The diet was just so worth it, and I was seeing so much progress and so much time becoming lean. That's when I was like, oh my gosh. Like, this is so much fucking fun, dude. During my cut, I actually went to Saludita, Mexico. There was no way to diet. This was it, dude. Like, this was like prime natty. This was prime natty phase. And all the freaking Mexican pharmacies were like, anabolicos, because they were just trying to sell me gear. Could you believe that? They were trying to sell me gear because they thought I was on, bro. I was feeling good, man. I felt good. I looked good. This was it, bro. Because after drinking a bunch, you know, if you drink a little bit and you're eating right, you fill up really quick. So I was full, man. And in this natural video right here, in this video, I'm not joking, this was like the most peak video for me because filling back up and eating a bunch of carbs again, which I hadn't done in a while because I had to lose so much weight. Right here, I was so full, bro. I'm not even joking. I was like almost 230 again. I was like 227 pounds. And I felt like fucking Prime Arnold in this bitch. Bro, I don't know what it was, but I was feeling good. My arms were just pumped and it was just like, we're just hitting a gym. We're just hitting the freaking gym in Saludita, Mexico in the swim trunks, bro. And it even looks like I almost have legs here. Almost. These next photos is when it gets really freaky, in my opinion. Okay, now we're gonna get into the deep cut territory. 200, I think this was like 210 to 215 pounds. 3-ish weeks to 4-ish weeks out from my first bodybuilding show. Veins were sticking out like crazy. I was like, what is going on? So you know I had to take a photo. That was like prime. That was prime natty. Prime natty Tonka right there. Sure, in prep, like, you get tired and all these things, but you don't remember being tired. You remember how freaking sick you looked. Now we're getting really close to show day. Obviously this photo is a little bit oversaturated. Hitting up the sauna to reduce some water. I was just like, what the frick, man. Veins popping out like crazy. Didn't even know I could achieve that naturally. Boy, was I excited because this was like, damn. Show time, man. Pre-show shots in the mirror, I was just like, dude, I've never been this dry. I never looked this freaking sick, bro. And then here are my stage shots. And here's the thing about my stage shots, though. They're terrible. And I know that. Posing was terrible. I obviously probably could have been leaner. But for being natty, I was really happy with what I brought to the stage. The front double bi. Oh, this was just so much fun. Like, I don't know. It's just like being lean. It's just so much like, dude, you work so hard to be here. So this is what I realized is although I don't look great here, I realized that I have a pretty good structure for bodybuilding. I think I just don't have a lot of muscle because obviously at this moment, but I think now I could be different. My favorites is the side try. Really like this shot because I feel like you can see my symmetrical abs, bro. I'm like, damn, that's not too bad. This is a good one for me. I was like, damn. I feel like I posed that one pretty good. My lats, my legs, my overall back and my legs need a lot of work. But with a little bit of time, I feel like we could easily bring this stuff up and it could be excellent. On stage, I think I was around 200 pounds. I think it might have been like right under 200 pounds, like 199. And I competed in a non-natural show. The reason I competed in a non-natural show, I knew after this show that I would go down the PED route. I didn't really want to stay natural forever. That's the truth. So what held me back all this time, I was scared of the needle. Now, we're coming for it all. Here's the thing. Now we are gonna go freaking crazy. Let's talk about post-show. This is bad. Post-show was a little bit diabolical. Actually, extremely diabolical. Look at this. This is actually a photo of me and one of my best friends, Ryan, and my coach, Coach Kamid. He goes by Short King Kamid. This was so much fun because we actually competed together and he did men's physique and dude, we just had a great time. Like it was just so much freaking fun. If you have a chance to compete with your friend in the same show and do a prep together, I would. It's actually pretty insane, dude. You would have a fun time with your boy. Low-key, do that with your boy. Do a prep together and suffer together. 10 times easier and so much more fun. Me and Ryan went absolutely diabolical, bro. We ate like fucking insane, bro. But the good thing about eating too much is post-show, I feel like I had the most insane pump, bro. This is when I felt like I looked my best. Right after the show, man, I got full up on carbs and this is probably one of my favorite physique photos from when I was natty because it looks like I have legs, dude. I feel like I actually looks like I have a hamstring. Now we are moving on to the part that I feel like everybody wants to know, man. What is a cycle? What's the cycle that made you so jacked, right? So we're gonna talk about the cycle and then also the progress pictures throughout this freaking cycle, or cycles. So why did I hop on cycle? Obviously, to get jacked. I feel like I really did reach a pretty natural upper limit. And I decided I wanted to be a big, jacked, juicy bodybuilder, so I had to do what I had to do, you know? People ask like, okay, were you scared? Fuck yeah, I was scared. Because the reason I didn't hop on earlier is because I was scared. I always was scared. I always was scared of that freaking needle, man. And I was always scared of the freaking whatever, the fear-mongering and all the freaking stuff of like, you know, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. No, I'm glad that I was scared. Because when you're younger, you make dumber decisions faster. So if I was tempted, I probably would have started a lot younger. The main part was probably the needle. Shit, I did not like shots growing up, bro. Nah, I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it. I had to do it myself. You fucking kidding me? Yeah, no. But be a pussy forever. 265 lead. After that natural show, I did take a break because I actually had to get a surgery done, and that surgery made it so I couldn't lift for like 3 months. So I didn't lift for 3 months and then started the cycle. But I was a little bit not looking as good before the cycle started. I just got fluffy again. And then I ran testosterone for 8 weeks. 250 testosterone for 8 weeks. And then this is what I look like after about 8 weeks. And at this point, I already gained, yeah, I'd say 10 plus pounds. Because I was reacting well, didn't have any side effects, very lucky, I bumped it up to 400 testosterone for another 8 weeks, for a total of 16 weeks. And by the end of the cycle, I was 243-ish pounds. This is what I look like. And obviously I know this isn't all muscle. That's a lot of weight gain. I'm a little bit waterier, I'm not that lean, but man, I felt fucking good. I'm gonna talk about how it felt on this. So no, my personality didn't change. It actually just became TONKA times 2. Just fire. Just more TONKA. And who didn't want more TONKA? Then I hopped off completely. I think it was 6 weeks. Then I started my new cycle, which is the cycle that I just finished as I'm making this video. This is where I added in the extra compound. I started off with 450 testosterone, 300 EQ, and 50 milligrams of VAR. And at this time, we also added in 3 IUs of growth hormone 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Quite a big jump from testosterone, but not quite. Pretty much the same, in my opinion. I ran that for about 6 weeks. What happened during these 6 weeks is I actually ended up getting quite a bit of acne. And I didn't really like the acne. So in order to combat this, I dropped the Anavar and I added in Accutane. And that has worked pretty well for me so far. That's when we also bumped up the testosterone and the EQ. And then I ran 600 testosterone and 450 EQ for the rest of the cycle, which ended up being at about, I think, 20 to 22 weeks. I'm trying to remember, but it's something in that range. We just finished. And right now, as I'm making this video, I am on the good old TRT. So I was taking a lot more photos because I was feeling good. I was feeling good during this one. Here's the thing though. I'm gonna preface this. Huge emphasis on food and training. Really locking in food and training. I started to see tremendous progress. After I came off completely for 6 weeks in the past, I dropped down to like 236. I went from like 243 to 236. Like I just lost a lot of weight, I guess you could say. Then on this new cycle, we started off and it was a slow gain. Slowly increasing calories, slow gain, not trying to get very fluffy. So I was gaining like, pound to 2 pounds a week. So yeah, at the beginning I had this acne, but I was pumped, I was jacked, I was juicy, man. It was juicy, I felt good. I was going crazy, I was like, oh my God, like I'm the biggest person ever. This is crazy. It was such a slow gain that it's hard to see like the drastic difference. But throughout the entire cycle, it was like, it's only been a couple months. It's only been 9 months since I've been enhanced. If we look at from when I started to like the 9-month transformation, it's pretty insane, especially in my back and my legs. Because I was struggling with the legs, guys. I wasn't hitting legs for the longest time, so huge focus for me. And the legs, I think, have grown significantly. And that's going to continue to be the main focus as I continue to progress in bodybuilding. So yeah, like look at the transformation. Look at the transformation from when I was freaking 200-ish plus pounds as a freaking natural, leaned out, gained some fluff because I didn't lift, so I looked like this, and I was like 220. And then 9 months later, bang, 255, full lean, pretty freaking jacked if you ask me. From this point on, so I'm gonna end this video here, and here's the thing. We are still at the beginning of our bodybuilding journey, and it is unreal to me. It really is unreal to me, because not only have we been seeing a bunch of great progress so far, I feel like our upside and our potential is pretty damn good. So as I continue to keep working on this and trying to make my dreams a reality, I really hope that people get to follow along the journey. And I always believe this, I genuinely believe this, that my videos now are not going to be discovered until like years from now, in my opinion. I don't think anyone's gonna come and find my YouTube channel and watch these old videos after I've, really showcased and proven myself in bodybuilding. So whenever I make these videos, I always think like, man, like this video might just be discovered and somebody might be watching this in a couple years from when I post it. Because I feel as if we are going to genuinely be on that Olympia stage one day, and we're gonna be competing at a top level. I believe that. But I'm gonna post every week, show you guys my stuff. I'm gonna document the whole journey. So I really hope that the guys that are sticking around now, dude, I fucking love you guys. You guys are so freaking sick, man. Genuinely, you guys are so freaking sick. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like, I genuinely, like, love you guys so much. Like, I know it's so early. It's so early. So, this man DM'd me. Shout out to Cardin Lamb. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Cardin Lamb. And he literally showed me, bro. He used one of my quotes as his senior quote, bro. Like, this is fire. This is so tough. Like, I can't believe it too, bro. Like, this shit makes me so happy because, like, like, I didn't think that I would have, like, an impact like that. And it's just, I love it, bro. I love it, and I really appreciate you, Cardin, man, because, like, this is legendary. This is legendary. This is probably my favorite moment that's happened so far. Dude, ever since I started posting, bro. Like, it's so sick. It's so sick. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you using that quote, man. It makes me laugh so. It made me so happy to see that. Oh, dude, so good. And just, I don't know, man. Like, we're still at the beginning of this journey. So maybe eventually we'll be able to inspire so many more people. We're gonna go far. I know we're gonna go far. And the day one homies, the day one supporters are literally just like, you guys are so freaking early. In my opinion, it's so early. We're gonna go fucking far, and we're gonna inspire millions of people, and we're gonna fucking spread a bunch of, like, kindness in the gym community. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring back kindness in the gym community and not freaking toxic gym culture, bro. Like, I swear, I don't get it anymore. Everyone's hating on each other. It's upsetting, and we can change it. We can change it. We will change it, is what I'm saying. We are going to change it. And anyways, if I missed something and you wanted to know something, just let me know, and I am going to try my hardest to either respond, and I'll probably respond in another video, because for that 1 year update as an enhanced lifter, which this next cycle is gonna go crazy. Oh, I didn't talk about it. Well, we'll leave it for the 1 year. Yeah, dude, I think that's everything. And I just wanted to say again, thank you so much. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you. Oh, this feels like an actual, like, YouTube outro, and I'll see you on the next Tonka Tuesday.